What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3. We got mock-up done. We got the shaft cut off. I got my brakes in. I'm trying to make mounts for it right now, so we're going to go through that. This time I got e-bike brakes. They do fit on this rotor perfectly. They have sintered pads in the e-bike brakes. I think I paid $39 for the whole setup, front and rear. And the hose lengths are perfect. And then they're super easy to adjust too. If you want to cut it back or whatever, it's not like most hydraulic brake lines where you're screwed. So we're going to get these mounted and marked and everything like that. Weld it up and get our brakes done. Some paint down right here. When I get this where I want it. And there's our spots. Just like that. And then we'll go drill the holes. Okay, so you see I just put that bar on there. This will be kind of a universal mount. So I put my brake pad where I want, which would just be just a little bit off sitting on it. And then what I'll do is I will weld little rods to here and there. It's gonna be great. You set these in the middle and the caliper moves both ways. So you put them in the middle, mount your caliper, and then you can get it exactly lined up. So there we are. I got a little rod and a little bitty rod up there to hold it in place. And that should be all we need. So then up here we'll just do our regular clamp thing like we always do. There we go. There we go. So now we'll take these guides out and probably try to button it up here or something so nothing comes out. But we probably really don't need to do that. But what I do need to do is just keep turning this sucker and get it to where it's like rolling really nice and straight. You know what I mean? Certified gap welder. Well, we got the carb on there. and the pretty short throttle cable. I'm not so sure we're going to use that. I mean, it'll work to get me going, but I'll have to replace it with a little bit longer one. But like I said, I really want to get it rocking and rolling so I can test these brakes out and stuff. And because if they don't work on mock-up, then I need to take these off and put the big calipers back on. So I can't paint it or do anything like that until that happens. So we're back to running a pulse pump. This is the EC carburetor's intake. I have everything port matched. I did it with rasps and a Dremel tool. So the intake is nice and smooth on the way in. Plus the head is ported. She should be making some killer power. This is a PWK Nibby 28. Okay, I would recommend a 26, but the 28 has the adjustable power valve, which is really nice to have. You get her wide open and she's bogging or doing whatever, you can just turn this in or out a little bit. Try it again and tune in that top end like a mug cooker. I like these. And then this set came with this fancy Nibby air cleaner too. So they're sintered pads, just like a motorcycle pad would be. And they run from mineral oil. So they're super lightweight. They run a super lightweight hose and into this. And then it has an adjustable screw right here. You can adjust how far out your handle is, which is super nice. They're super easy to mount. I mean, pretty lightweight. I'm sure the pads aren't as thick as some other ones, but they're about 2/3 of the way. And the pads for these things are super cheap. The whole set was only $37. So, I mean, here's the other one. Okay. So you can see what we got here. They are, come on, GoPro, you suck. Get clear. They are sintered pads, just like a motorcycle, but they're already bled, and the lengths that they come stock are pretty much ideal for my bikes. I mean, there is a kind of a long hose here, but it's really pliable. It's not like the other ones that are super hard to bend and everything. These are really nice. So it comes all put together, ready to go. You just slide it on there, and yes, it does slide over, you know, keyed axle brake pad. This is an 8-inch brake pad, or excuse me, brake disc, not a brake pad. The other ones I use a 6. So yeah, we're back to Nibby, rocking pulse pumps and stuff. So I'm gonna get the fuel lines all hooked up, everything today. I dropped the seat off at the upholstery dude. We are rocking and rolling. So I'm gonna use this stuff for the fuel line. I soaked a piece in gas for a couple days, and it didn't seem to do anything to it at all. It didn't get hard. It didn't get soft. It didn't anything. This is a high pressure airline, basically. And I like to be able to see my fuel line so I know, you know, if it's getting gas or not. So we're gonna try this stuff out. And this one here, I put a clamp on because their nipple is like a 3/8, or not 3/8, but 3/16 nipple or something. And I like to use 1/4 inch because everything else fits with 1/4 inch except for Nibby's nipple. Nibby, make a better nipple, Nibby. I need a 1/4 Nibby nipple. So we're about there. I really don't think I need to put the front brake on for mock-up, any of that stuff. We can do that anytime. Plus I don't have the collar. When I run my other bikes, like them ones over there, I run a 420 chain, which is a 12 driver, and then I run a 42 in the back. So then with this bike, this is a 35 chain, and then this is a 10-55. So when you do the math, this little sprocket is actually more torque than what I have over there, and those ones kind of haul balls, you know. Sure, you're not going to be laying rubber with this thing, but it pulls plenty hard enough on the other ones. I mean, we'll see how a 55 does, and then we'll put new chain on it and stuff if I got to make it bigger. I do have a 60 tooth on the way, so we'll see. All right, so we're getting the stage 2 weights on the Juggo Burger. And all I do is I take a really long, thin screwdriver like this, I put it back there, and I pull it back, and everything comes out real nice and easy. Then I'll spray all of this with liquid graphite, so everything is nice and lubricated. Well, hopefully you can see this. This is that screwdriver, real long and skinny. I will take the nut off of the new one, nut off of the old one. I pry it back, and I hold it with my chin. Okay? And this comes out super easy, so does this. It's Still holding it with the chin. Putting my weight in there. Then this bolt. And then you can let the pressure off. And that is how you do that. This stuff right here. Shake her up. Pretty much if you get this on anything, it's gonna be super duper slippery, no matter what it is. Okay, we'll let that dry and put the top back on. Here's a word to Go Power Sports. 50 bucks for these 3 weights is freaking ridiculous, okay? I don't need this stupid ass box. I don't need this crap. You know what I mean? This is what this costs you, 20 bucks? You know what I mean? I'd rather pay $30 for a freaking piece of titanium, whatever, and a bolt. $50, you gotta, man, put it in a plastic bag. Thanks for watching episode 3, everybody. We're still working on the bike. Things will be happening, you know, as we go. I have the seat dropped off at a guy in town here. And it'll be a couple weeks before that's done, but we will have this sucker running likely this weekend for the suicide rides. Thanks for watching.